Welcome to Nugget 224 with Steve and Dana Groman. And we're going to continue talking about tigers just because we wanted to.
They're neat creatures, aren't they?
We've seen them at lots of places. In San Diego, at the Safari Park, in the Houston Zoo, and in the Dorley Zoo, the Omaha Zoo, which is kind of famous. The one in Houston, some girls were actually feeding these tigers. And then at the one in Nebraska, tell them what's a little unique about the zoo in Omaha.
These animals, they're out and about, they're doing their thing, and they sometimes walk around the backside.
Well, they get in their own little room. And
yeah,
you
they
can't
get in
see
their
them
own little
anymore.
habitat, and you can't see them. But you could go around the backside of the building, and there's a glass wall there. It was amazing to see them after they dumped the food for them, right?
Yeah, there's just big pile of, looks like hamburger meat, but I think we were told later that it's actually venison that they get, that when deer are killed, a lot of times that it's used to feed these animals, and it should be healthier for them. It's like an enclosed room that's in the middle of all the cages, and you're like in the back interior, and they can't hide from you. So that was really cool to be able to watch them eat.
Be right in their habitat.
This guy never ate for us, but here's this big pile of meat laying there. I guess he wasn't going to eat in front of us, or he wasn't hungry at that point in time. But when we were at the San Diego Safari Park, this is what you normally see tigers doing.
Right, they kind of lounge around quite a lot. But the more you learn about the critters, no matter which ones, it's really kind of neat to me anyway. It's really fascinating to see exactly how they are and why they are and all that. It's amazing.
Well, you can appreciate them better.
Yes, big time.
Just their whole life dynamics and the incredible creation of all of them that God had made for us to enjoy and see, and after the flood wise stay away from.
Yeah, get back to the Simlipaw from the other day, last nugget. That's pretty neat too, because yes, it is a mutation, but it just screams of the intelligence of God, because he made these things to be able to adapt, to use their words. You know, their coloring can change, not on purpose, but nevertheless their coloring can change, and sometimes it offers an advantage, and it's just kind of neat when you think about it.
Well, that's why we wanted to go ahead and do another nugget on this, is because we were talking about how these guys were just reproducing after their own kind, by the darker kind and all that. And then they had talked about how, in their way of saying, that these tigers realized that if they got darker, they would camouflage better. But God does create animals that they are in different parts of the country, like the minks get white in the winter to blend with the snow so easily. So there is camouflage, and we did talk about that a little bit, and then the peppered moth whole idea of evolution that's been purported. But we just want to show you these pretty pictures of some tigers. Go to a zoo. Go to your local zoo.
Yes.
Even if you have been before, and just go with a different appreciation of these animals.
Everything reproduces after its kind. Sometimes there's a variation within that created kind, but they're still tigers in this case.
Right, and that's what we said. It's kind of like after the Tower of Babel, when the people dispersed, different people that can understand each other, those genetic features,
They surface.
And they dominate in that area. And every once in a while you'll have somebody that doesn't look like they belong in that group or whatever. But that's why the different nationalities that we see today are basically because of smaller groups breeding.
That's exactly what it is.
All right. Well, thank you.